Chris, here's what we got from Ben at Crimson Guitars to start our great guitar build-off thing. We got but we got an ash body, and we got a neck. Do you have any idea what people want to see?
Yeah, I think they think that we're gonna cut this out into probably
Make a challenger
shape and fabric top it and paint it and be done.
Yeah. It almost seems rude to not do some fabric on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody kind of expects us to do that thing. So let's just make the coolest guitar we could come up with. What's cooler than a guitar that does everything?
Two guitars that do everything?
Well, I was thinking that.
Or do one thing?
Yeah, and what's cooler than that?
Double neck?
Yeah. So what I think we should do is, there's nothing that says we have to only use this stuff. It just says we have to start with this stuff. So what if we made a guitar that had two necks?
That'd be cool.
Okay.
What if we did a guitar that had three necks?
I like your style. Yeah, I think that would be the neatest thing. And I think it would be really super cool too if there was absolutely no reason to have all those necks, like just extra stuff that there's no reason, so that like some guy at some point says, what would you even use that for? Because it totally doesn't get the point. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I drew out a picture of what I think would be cool. Let's grab it. I kind of roughed out this based off of some things that we had talked about. But this neck was, remember you did that one double neck that had like an octave neck?
Yeah, it was fun.
I used this based off of that design, and I added an octave neck here, and I even got a cute little truss rod if we wanted to do, because remember on that
that's enough reason to build it, is for the cute little truss rod.
It almost is. Which neck should this one be?
That one should be the middle.
Like for the symmetry of the whole operation?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So here's what I think we do. We cut this guy out and shit can all of this stuff and glue new wings onto it, and that makes all of this.
Okay.
And then we add new material. One of the cool things about this neck is it's not even shaped yet.
Yeah.
So it's still a block of wood. So what I was thinking would be neat would be to bind it.
Yeah, let's do that.
So like pull all the frets.
Yeah, because then we can match them with frets that
all the
same
frets
size.
match. Yeah, since we got three necks. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let's pull all the frets on this one, bind it, and then replace the frets. But it would be cool, I think, to do some finish work on this that maybe people aren't expecting.
Yeah.
Like something that you haven't seen before, ever. Wouldn't it be cool to try something that we've never done before, and that's a fabric top fretboard. Metal flake neck in the center, flanked by two fabric top fretboards that match the fabric that we're going to use on the actual guitar top too. I want to route all the channels for this.
Yeah.
And then glue a top on so we don't have to drill a bunch of wacky holes. And one thing that would be really cool is on one of these necks we use that poly octave generator pickup.
Yeah, that'd
like
be cool.
Billy Givins has. I think that would be neat. I was thinking replace this with a Strat trim, and if we're going to do that and we're going to put a new top on it, let's hog all this out and 3 Strat pickups too.
Why don't we do that thing where we have the neck run all the way into the neck pocket?
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome, because I like the way, and like kind of have it raised up a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we could do that, and we could have 2 pneumatics on the top neck and bottom neck.
Okay.
And then through string, 2 pneumatic, string through body, and set necks, and then Strat trim and bolt-on neck. Are you on board with the whole fabric top thing too, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not leopard.
Well, so since we're gonna do fretboards, I want the fabric to be really, really small. So like, and not have an orientation that it has to be, and that's why this leopard would be totally rad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Actually, this wouldn't be too bad. This is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. I don't think all that other stuff is so big. The patterns are so big.
And we've used it, and you can't reuse fabric.
I actually went to the fabric store.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. And I got some stuff. And
All right.
it's not leopard.
All right.
You want to see? Okay,
Yeah.
let's hold that leopard out though. Of these two, which are you least opposed to?
I'm least opposed to leopard in that case.
Yeah, the leopard's rad. But I think I got some stuff that you might really
All right.
dig. So the first one that I got is this skull one. And it's got skulls and snakes. And I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's pretty cool.
I got this one too, which is totally ridiculously radical.
Oh man, I've seen this stuff before. Yeah, winter.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so yeah, Mrs. Toast
Yeah.
knew that you would like this the most. So it's not leopard, it's over the top, it's got a bunch of metal in it.
Yeah.
It would take candy really well, or not. What do you think?
Yeah. That's definitely the winner.
Okay, well, let's go with this.
All right, cool.
So why don't we, I've got some neck stuff that's almost ready to glue up.
Okay.
We can probably hack this guy apart.
Okay.
What do you want to do first? Let's put this stuff away.
Let's glue stuff up. Let's figure out exactly our design on this, where everything's going to go.
You want to make a
Switches and
template?
Stuff. There was talk of doing a rotary switch, which would be cool. We could also do
Could there be a chicken head knob that
yes.
almost points to what neck you...
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what I was thinking with that deal. We could do a three-way, or we could do a five-way where you could play two necks at the same time.
That'd be cool.
We could also do a three-way or a five-way blade switch.
So
But I like the
one
rotary
pickup,
switch.
one pickup, three pickups. So we're gonna need a selector
So we'll need a
for this one.
Selector for that one, yeah.
And
that
then
we could
these
put-
can just come on, right?
Correct.
Will they get independent volumes and tones?
I don't think there's any need for that. Do you?
It sure would be cool to have independent volume. Because sometimes when you have a double neck and you turn the volume on, but the neck's not on, or like if you play one, but you get the sympathetic notes to come through the pickup of the one that you're not playing, and you can manipulate that. That would be a cool thing.
Okay.
All right, so we know we need a neck selector. We know we need a pickup selector for this one. We know we need a volume. It would almost seem like volume. Maybe like a potentiometer on the center line of each one, and a switch. I don't know what the polyoctave generator means. That maybe we should look up that too and see, because that's going to be like, well, what does this actually have to have? A slot. Well, these are going to all be Strat ones, so we can have a slot here, and a slot here, and a slot to there, and then just everything can just sort of go. But if you put a bunch of Strat pickups in there, the whole like tone on a Strat pickup, like if you can't get it from one of these other necks or by selecting pickups, like we could probably just have independent volume controls for each neck, top, middle, back, and maybe like one that has, well, we don't need the neck pockets, or do we? I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. And that's just, I have no idea. We don't have to decide on that today. In the ass. I know how we do it. So the first thing we need is a template outline, and then we'll graft some pieces on there that will let us do basically this whole back section would be all out.
Okay.
And it was just easy, you know what I mean? You didn't have to like fish wires through stuff. I mean, I don't care. Yeah, let's do the little neck. How are you gonna hold this thing? This is gonna weigh 1,000,000 pounds.
I think we should make a stand for it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like it just
Yeah.
like sits on the stand and you
Yeah,
like
just walk
you walk up to it and start playing. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah. We could
Okay.
put some strap buttons on it.
It's that's the most key part of this whole thing is the strap button.
And where they go, there should be 3 of them. One for this neck, one for this neck, and one for so 4, really. Yeah. Well, what do you want me to do?
Let's glue stuff up first.
Sound good?
Yep.
This kick guitar got a lot lighter, Chris. here's the thing. So this needs to come down at least 1/4 of an inch to get a 1/4 inch top.
Yeah.
But if we want to have the maple be, let me get the other.
Why don't you take some of it off at the top, and that way.
Yeah, I think we need to take a 1/2 inch off the top.
Yeah, take a 1/2 inch off the top because you got.
Yep.
Almost 3/4 there, and then we don't have to fill it. We can have our top.
Yeah.
And then we'll screw to.
Yeah.
With our pickups.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Well, it's gonna have to be, right?
Not gonna be much left.
No, yeah, the kit guitar is gonna go from. There's
And the
gonna
only
be hardly
reason we're
any
using
kit.
that chunk instead of another one and just making a new neck pocket is.
Well, I kind of think like we have to do that.
I think so too.
Like we have to at the like we have to at least use this.
Yeah.
God, this is tighter than Dick's hat band. So yeah, we have to at the very least. This is too tight. If we're gonna finish this.
You're right. Well,
So-
we can make the neck a little smaller. I mean, we can sand on the neck a little bit.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
it's gonna
true.
get lots of finish.
Yeah.
So yeah. We're guitar builders, I know.
Let's play by
I
the
know.
rules, which
Uh-huh.
are
Yeah.
we don't really have any, and we're way
Uh-huh.
off the reservation.
Yeah, we're already
Yeah.
making up as we go. It's all right.
Because yeah, you're right. It would be easier to just do this. All right. Well, hell, I don't.
Let's glue some of the fabric down and see how it glues down real
Yeah,
fast.
that's a good idea. Okay. Where's a chunk of that stuff that Ben sent us we're not using?
Yeah, let's glue that up. This stuff's almost like glitter. I want a jacket made out of this.
Or at least a pair of pants.
Oh man, it's a little scratchy for pants. Oh, is it just gonna tear out?
I don't know.
I don't think it will. I think we're good. It's gotta have some structural stability.
This metal stuff doesn't want to stick to wood glue. Yeah, dude, there's bits of it. Unless we do it in the vacuum bag.
Yeah. Yeah, we end up gluing this to the board.
Watch all the glue like sucks through the.
That's what I'm worried about. So how do you want to do it? Yep, that's your bridge right there.
Yeah, that looks about like what we had.
Does it? Okay.
But look how cute this little truss rod is.
Yeah, will it fit?
Oh, I don't know.
Of course it'll fit. The neck goes as far back as we need it to go.
But but. Okay, so wait. So there's 19 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. So the fretboard's gonna have to come back to here, which means we're gonna need a lot of little bitty frets.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can decide on that one later. You know what I mean?
On that one, what?
This neck. If we decide to do an octave neck or another full-size neck already. Because yeah, I don't want to just make a neck because we have this teeny truss rod. So it would have to be to like there. Which would mean we'd need all this fretboard, right?
In theory, yes. Yes.
I don't think it's a theory. I think it's an absolute. We could just have a fretless fretboard that's well, it sucked a lot of glue through, but it was a fairly heavy coat. And I think using this, yeah, it just wants to just peel right up. There's no way you can do that with the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think if we want to use this, we need to figure out the best way to glue it down, which means to me, let's mix up some sealer.
Yeah, we can do that.
And do a test, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's do that. How much sealer do you want? Do you want to like wad it up into it, or do you want to just coat both sides of it, or?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. Yeah, we can do that.
Shit. You all right? Hey, man.
Did you hit your head?
Kenny hit the prostitute.
Hey, man. No hitting.
No, that's what this guitar is called. Just wait, anything. Billy Givins is gonna go, how do I get one of them guitars?
Do you want to cut this out and add a piece or not? Or do you want to just wait and see if you're going to need to do it?
I think the thing to do is let's get the other piece of poplar glued up. And get everything the thickness that it needs to be, and get the top, and the back, and get a piece of maple that's ½ inch, or a little more that we can always grind some off of.
Yeah.
Get that ready to glue to this. And then let's see what we want to do with it.
Okay.
We could hog this out into a great big swimming pool and glue in a couple of like steps. You know what I mean? You don't seem like you're very enthusiastic
I'm
about
thinking about how to do it so that it's, yeah.
Well,
And it may not be an issue, but it may be an issue.
okay.
I mean, because sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you can see dowels, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do, dude. You know, you can be angry at it as
I'm
much
not
as you
angry
want,
at
but,
it. It's
you
just,
know,
I mean, we're.
You're just giving me the stink eye over
No,
this
I'm not
thing.
giving you the stink
I don't know
eye.
what the fuck I'm supposed to do. It's just, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
If we worked for Crimson Guitars, it might be a big deal. But we don't. You know what I mean? We're the genuine article. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, at some point, we have to just kind of stop like worrying about what it could do and kind of think with our crotch a little bit and you know, make something cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing is ever going to work on this project.
No, just what I'm saying is
that's kind of like
it
been the whole
could.
thing all along. Is like, well, that's not going to work. We should have done this other thing. And
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is let's not modify our plan because of that piece of wood.
yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be
that's the back
fine. I
of
think
the
it's going to be
guitar.
really, really cool.
Well, yeah, but I don't want it to be not cool because we changed our plan. Yeah, but I don't want to do
Is
the
a ½
coat.
inch minus 50 thousandths okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think we're
but-
going to be fine then.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about putting a 1/4 inch top on it.
I don't.
There for a minute.
I mean, we could go back to the instant replay and see if I ever said put a 1/4 inch top on
You
it in
said
the
put
last
a-
20 minutes.
Put a thinner top on it doesn't usually mean.
Well, yeah, but
fraction
you
of
see what I mean,
of
though.
an
But
inch.
but
we
okay,
were
but I don't
talking
think at any point did I ever say, see, I'm saying this, and you're over here.
No,
so
because we were talking about putting the German carve in through the poplar and the other stuff.
Yeah.
That's the line. Those are the things that I was talking about showing.
I think it's going to be
So,
fine.
All right.
Don't I mean,
Well, I do too. If we do a half inch or just a tick.
I'm not
under.
arguing that with you.
No.
Why are you arguing with me about this?
I don't think we're arguing at all.
No, you're the one arguing.
Uh-huh.
I'm the one arguing now. But yeah, no, I really think that this is going to be fine.
Okay.
You can give us anything and we can make a guitar out of it. And you know why? Why, Matt? Because we're actual guitar makers. Unlike all those other people who are just going to put their kit together and send it off to someone else to paint. No, I really think that this is going to be fine.
Okay.
It's just let me cut my vision.
Okay.
It's going to be cool, dude.
All right.
Hey, Jesse,
Yeah, Matt.
can you empty the vacuum bag today?
I absolutely can. For you, boss, anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
What a jerk.
I think this is very likely to be the thing that. What are you doing, dude?
Taking your.
Oh, are you really doing that?
We were kidding.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was full.
Rad.
Do you guys just dump it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we take it down and dump it in the dumpster.
In the dumpster?
Yeah.
Last night we talked about maybe making this an octave neck, which
Yeah.
I love that idea.
I think it's neat.
The whole rest of the guitar is absurd. Let's just go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I
Uh-huh.
think like a stupid is way more fun than doing nothing. So yeah,
Okay.
let's go octave, like 16-inch here.
Uh-huh.
We also talked about like scrapping the whole notion of the Strat
Uh-huh.
and keeping it the humbuckers that we already have,
Uh-huh.
and then going with the octave neck here. And you said something yesterday. It was like, well, you kind of have octave, octave, octave in a way.
Yeah.
Slim this down till we're going to a half, right?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. So this guy, we know what to do with this pile.
Uh-huh.
We know what to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about like how, I think too, like the distance from here to here isn't the same as from here to here, centerline wise. I think that makes more sense if this is a teeny neck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with this if you're good with this.
Yep, I'm good with that.
So let's stay with that.
Okay.
I think the sooner we get this guy attached to this guy, the better off we are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can get this guy thinned out, get this guy whatever thickness it needs to be, and then get it in the vacuum bag and suck it down before lunch. That'd be ideal.
Yep.
I mean, we can eat lunch at 3. This will work in our standard telly neck pocket, and it's a little less snug in our pocket, which would mean that it would work with paint.
Easier to start over than it is to try and fix
Yeah,
that.
I think what we do is we cut this out, glue a chunk of it in there.
You actually want to do it that way. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes the most sense, don't you?
Yeah.
And then that way, when
I actually just want to fill that. I was thinking we were gonna make a bigger chunk of it.
no, I would say
makes
let's
as
just
much sense.
let's just fill this,
Okay.
and then we'll sand the whole thing. We'll run the whole thing through the thickness sander, and then when we go to put our template on there, we won't have any weird gaps or undercuts because we missed. Because it's close.
All right, so I can
and we
make
could
that,
probably
too.
we could probably figure out a way to not have to fill that. Or we
Let's
could
just fill it. All right. Cool. So I'll work on this stuff.
Okay. Cool, dude. Yeah, I don't know. But it's absurd, and that's sort of the whole reason, you know what I mean? It was popular, I think back in the 60s, like you could get a Mosrite with a octave neck or a mandolin neck, and guys who were at like on the Grand Ole Opry and stuff, they would have, I don't know what you do with it, but hell yeah, man. You used to rock them like this too? Yeah, man, back in the day, yeah. So I want to lay out which one of these is going to be which neck, and I want to try to eliminate stuff like this. And as you can see here, there's some glue. The necks are as thick as they need to be, but they're way longer than they need to be. And parts of the necks are going to get scooped out. So some of this stuff could go away later, but I just need to make sure that I situate the necks how I want them to be, so that all of these little occlusions, like there's some stuff here, all that stuff goes away. And this one, I think 16 is like. So if we made it 25 and a half, this will give us an idea too of like, yeah, at some point I think the notion of it coming to rest on a specific fret is right out the window, and
yeah,
we cut the body back to make it fit, or we don't.
Yeah,
we don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Holy mackerel! So, I don't think there's any, like, since we got almost 5/8 worth of material there, I don't want to try and redo, like, try to match these exactly. So, but maybe if we had like a, you know, like a channel to this kind of thing, and then a channel from that pickup, and then a channel like from this pickup, maybe.
Yeah.
And then just keep as much of this as we can solid.
So we're gonna have a.
Oh yeah, we need a switch here.
Yeah.
With a thing.
And the other thing is, so I'd like to have 4 controls down here.
Okay.
All of them volumes, I think.
So volume.
No. Volume.
Okay. So independent volume,
regular,
independent volume, master volume.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And volume for bass expander and regular.
Okay.
So 4 things here, output jack here. We need a 3-way switch for this. Where do you want to put that?
So this is where the neck selectors will be?
Yeah.
Somewhere here?
Yeah. Rotary switch.
Good. I don't even know.
We could put it here if we put a big enough control cavity in, but we got to make sure that we know where our bridge is so that we don't intersect our cavity there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we can actually go. We can just connect all this stuff, but make those be a 1/4 inch down. Do everything at a 1/4 inch, then raise the pin, and then do pickup, and then this guy.
Works for me.
And we can make these as deep as we want to. We can make them different depths.
Yes.
Okay. You want to do that, and I'll work on necks?
Sure.
More than anything in the world?
More than anything.
Really?
In the whole wide world.
All right. Theo says.
We're
Yeah, you
rainbows
got
in the
it.
dark.
We rock. Okay, yeah, or yeah. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, I think, is this stuff. So we did some tests to see because we want to do fabric fretboards, which is something we've never done before, and that's kind of why we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Because this fabric has this shiny stuff, I don't know, it might be on there good enough, but I don't want the guitar to like disintegrate. There's a big difference. If we went with leopard, you know I would love it. We could try to smooth out that stuff. Or we could go to plan B.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what plan B is, but we could,
I think some sort of plan B is better. I'm still not convinced that stuff's going to stay on as good as we want it to stay on the entire time. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that if all you played was Halloween gigs, this would be really cool. But that leaves 364 days of the year where it's like this kind of dumb thing.
Agreed. Let's do leopard.
So everything got glued up, dude, and I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing we need to do is clean out the extra stuff on this, and we do that on the shaper. And then if you want to get rid of some of this glue in here,
Yeah, let's do that too.
do that. And I got binding for this guy, and we should probably get the headstock cut out. I got it drawn on there, but that again, we don't need to do that today.
Okay.
I think the hot setup is truss rods and fretboards for these dudes, so we can get the fretboards glued on and pull the clamps later today and get everything radiused and then get everything into fabric treatment. Okay. I was thinking you would do these and I'll do these.
Right.
Okay. Right in the danger zone. Then what do you do?
Then I'm gonna have a sandwich.
You hadn't eaten no lunch yet? Well, there's your problem right there. What color binding are we using?
White, right?
I'm asking.
White.
Okay. Perfect. So remember, guys, gravity is your friend. We can just, we can heat the neck, or we can heat the binding up down here and let it just sort of fall into place using, like I said, gravity, since it is, in fact, our friend. But gravity is also kind of a bit of a pain in the ass because it wants to fling my neck around. So I'm going to clamp it to my jig here, and then you can see what I'm doing. All right, I got my jig relocated here, and now I'm just gonna put my heat gun right on the edge and bend everything into place, and it's gonna look cool. See that spark that came off of there? Put acetone on stuff with matte Flaherty. Should probably check and make sure this is actually ready to go, huh? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, I've got some acetone in this little paint can here, and I'm going to suck some of it up into this syringe, and then we're just gonna flow it right in between the binding and the wood. And capillary action is gonna suck it in between the two, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. I'm gonna have to clean these slots out a bunch of times. So we went ahead and we actually, after we radiused the board again, because we wanted it to be 10-inch radius, I made the slots a little deeper, And because I knew we would have to. And as we go through this, we'll have to scrape the this binding crud that gets in the slots. We'll have to scrape that out of there. And because we've got lots and lots and lots of good stuff coming for this neck. I think this is about as much as we can do to this, dude. You built a kooky guitar.
It took way too long. Cool.
We're gonna embiggen the tremolo route, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Trem hole. We're gonna do neck pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Pickup routes.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like half-ass assemble it, get all the holes drilled and get all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Half-ass.
Holes for controls, switches.
Uh-huh.
We should probably clean up these areas here.
Yep. Yeah, we got our neck pockets in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do that before we do the
Round or the
cove. Uh-huh.
So we'll get the cove done and carve. Cove and carve. Get those necks fit, radius fretboards. Leopard.
Mm-hmm.
On the necks.
Mm-hmm.
And sealer.
Okay.
That's a tidy 5 or 6 hours, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. I got up at 4 in the morning and I thought about a 0 fret for this neck.
Yeah, there you go.
You think country guys like 0 frets?
I know they do.
Well, so we got one thing crossed off. Oh, radius fretboards. But we still have neck pockets. We still have one of those. Pickup routes, we actually got all those. So we got 3 things crossed out. Holes for controls, clean neck stuff, which we got to do. Leopard. Meow meow. We need to figure out where the fretboards end and figure out what is happening with this stuff. And did you still want to kind of like scrape a bunch off the front? Okay. We got to shape the necks, headstock thickness. And since we're going to paint these necks now instead of, we're going to paint and bolt these in so that we can fret them outside of the guitar. They're too tight. We need to make a little room for some paint. So,
You just jerk that in.
yeah. Yeah, I think we would be better served by not doing that. What do you say? Butter it over?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we did the top black, what color would the back be?
Well, we could do it metal flake red, we could do metal flake gold.
But we're gonna do flake, not metallic.
Correct.
Okay.
But on the top, we're going to do metallic black
Okay.
with whatever the back color is. Gold, disco, on the back. Mix those two up and do disco gold,
Disco
silver.
gold, silver.
Yeah. I don't think about it. We're closer than we were yesterday on color.
And yeah, and I'm not 100% sure metallic burgundy would be the hot setup on that. Maybe
Well,
just
maybe-
metallic black. A great big red neck sticking out the middle. It's gonna look like a sword.
Just do the fretboard in burgundy.
Okay.
We'll shoot the rest of the neck in silver metal color.
Okay. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
The black logo.
The whole headstock and everything.
You know, the
Disco?
No.
Oh.
No, the peg head will be black.
Okay.
White logo. Burgundy fingerboard.
Okay. Disco flake.
Disco plate back.
Okay.
The ugliest neck ever.
When I see this, what I think of is that's the most classic instrument I've ever seen. Nothing else will ever be as classy as
Classy
this.
as this. It's like,
So I grew up in Texas, and Texas has kind of like this rebellious kind of attitude that a lot of Texans have, and there's a lot of cool guitar players from Texas. Like, for example, name a super awesome guitar player from, I don't know, Montana. I'm sure there are lots of them, but you know, everybody knows about like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Billy Givins and some of my favorite players. So the whole idea of like a bunch of guys from Texas making music specific to guitar is like a cool thing for me. So, and I didn't want to just call it my last name, Guitars, because it's hard to. People always have. Growing up in Texas, my last name got butchered all through high school. So. I thought, well, let's just have it be simple, and so I looked up Flannery Guitars and I couldn't find it. I looked up Flattery Guitars and there's some other thing. So we wanted to have a name that was silly and easy to remember and easy to spell, and nobody else would want to have it. So that's how Texas Toast came. And like I say, Lone Star was already taken. We used to put these little conchos on all of our headstocks, like a little Lone Star, but we stopped doing that.
What's up? Hey Mike, how's it going, man? I don't have any idea what that's like, but yeah. Hey, so we are gonna spray clear today, and I'm here with everybody, and we're trying to figure out when a good time to come out to have you do some custom flourishes on the top, like we were talking. Perfect, man. Yeah, so we went black on the top, and metal flake gold on the back. And the gold has a greenish hue to it. So if we could maybe, Chris was thinking maybe some greenish kind of stripes, but the binding's white. So yeah, like I said, I'll send you some pictures and you can. All right, man. We're on your schedule, dude. So. $9. Okay. All right, cool, man. That's good by me. All right, bye.
It's before Zumba.
Looking forward to today too. This might be one of the best days of my whole life. So today we're going to Mike Learn's shop, and Mike's going to embellish our guitar a little bit. He's a master airbrush artist. Is that what you are thinking, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something like a $20,000 Gibson. That's what I'll be.
Turn it into that, Mike.
Okay.
Bridge.
Strat trim, so it'll overhang.
The back side about 1/2 inch.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, if you really want to be technical, there's beer in the fridge, because that's what these guys do. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to work these contours in here. Maybe I'll work with this side first. Yeah, and we'll probably only need to go with one color on here. I think that, like we said, sometimes less is more. You know what I mean? I think we keep this kind of just nice and simple along the sides. Do the accents in the lower and the upper front portions, and then we have the little center symmetrical section there. I want to, here's my symmetry right now. That's it. That's as close as I'm going to get. From here on out, it's gonna be somewhat asymmetrical.
So you have to let the piece tell you what it wants to do too?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Dictate what it's gonna be?
Exactly, yeah. Not get too crazy on it. You can overkill this stuff real fast too, you know what I mean?
Well, my philosophy is if something's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That's why all guitars should have more than one neck.
Man, I gotta tell you, as I was growing up as an artist, I used to have that same exact sentiment. And then
knowing when to stop is one of the hardest things.
That's the key.
You need to find your happy place, dude.
You need to find your happy place.
I found my happy place.
Is everything buff?
No.
What do you want me to do?
Well, so the big neck is ready for frets.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, I'll buff another neck.
Okay.
What was the wrestling movie with Matthew Modine?
Vision Quest.
Vision Quest.
And
the Journey
Red
song?
Rider was the band that did Lunatic Fringe.
Yeah,
And that actually
okay.
was on the radio. You could actually hear that.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
because it
and,
sounded like it was Bryan Adams.
Yeah, and Journey had a song in there that they used during montage that was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so. But, yeah.
Red Rider. Maybe we should make a guitar for whoever's in Red Rider right now.
That's a good idea.
Or we could just say we're gonna make a guitar for that guy.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna say no?
I talked to the guy from Red Rider and he hasn't gotten his guitar
He
yet.
said, you guys. I talked to the guy from Red Rider. Chris says I need to find my happy place today.
It's not a tune I don't think I want to try.
We're doing this for our friend Brian Nutter. So the whole notion is, we wrote down on our list of stuff, what would Brian do? So what would Brian do?
I think Brian is most well known for making guitars that do everything. He's
Yeah.
really into electronics.
We should just make one of Brian's guitars out of this.
We talked about that.
One of his Astro
Yeah.
Commanders,
Uh-huh.
yeah. That's tacky even for us.
So, yeah, what are we gonna do?
Well, I think what we should do is let's do something that Brian would think was cool, and let's not copy one of his guitars. Let's do a version of something that we already make, and let's do something that is really cool, and let's do a guitar that does everything, kind of like one of Brian's guitars. And we went into this with a fairly calculated idea of what we were doing, because our cause that we're donating the money to is Brian Nutter's medical bills. We made this case too. Ready, up. It's backwards. Yeah. So my good friend Brett Hagen is here to rock this thing and show you guys what it's gonna do. It does so many things. You'll be surprised. So come on over, Brett, and I'll walk you through some of the finer points of the guitar, and we'll put it on this stand here. So you'll notice that the fretboards actually have fabric top fretboards.
Yeah, it's got leopards on that.
Yeah.
And then you got the classic the logo fret. That's good. I
So
should
this-
do that on Nord.
I love it, yeah. So this was the neck that they sent us as part of the kit. So we added an octave neck because they're fun. Chris and Jesse wound this pickup, and we actually custom made this bridge because a regular tune-o-matic would be too wide because the strings are so narrow. So we built this neck. It's a 5-piece neck, and actually this is a 5-piece neck too. Hipshot tuners, custom wound pickup by Chris, and a custom made bridge by me, and a fabric top fretboard. Of course, it's bound in leopard. This is the neck that we got from Crimson Guitars, and we radically altered it and did the Texas Toast logo in the fretboard. These are Coney Island Guitars pickups that we got from the guys at Coney Island Guitars.
It's got a Super D. It's got the DiMarzio style.
Apparently, this guy worked for DiMarzio for a while. We don't know if that's true, but that's what we heard. This guitar down here, this is a 16-inch scale, 25.5-inch scale, and then this is a 25-inch scale or 25.5-inch scale guitar too, but it features the Little Thunder pickup, and it's actually a bass enhancing pickup. So it's a poly octave generator pickup that actually you can play bass and guitar on this neck at the same time.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, well,
somebody can.
So you know the guy who thinks this is rad is Billy Givins.
Oh, okay.
So it's got to be cool.
Oh yeah,
so,
it's got, and it lights up, so who cares if it even does
yeah, so that lets you know that it's doing what it's doing. Up here, this neck, and then one in is these two necks, just this neck, these two necks, and just this neck. Now the bass portion, one of the leads of the stereo cable is going to a bass amp, and the other is going to a guitar amp.
Oh, that's what that.
See how this knob has a green thing? That's the volume control for the bass, so it's always on.
Middle, this, bass.
We wanted the closest volume knob to be. Oh, and there's no tone controls, just volumes.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that is. So so that's the volume control for the neck you'll probably use the most, the middle neck. Yeah.
And what's this? That's for the
That's for this bottom neck, and that's for the little wee neck. Yeah.
And then it's the bass. Got
Yep.
it. So it's kind of configured in the normal.
Yeah.
It's dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
So Mike Learn did the pinstriping on this for us. So the top is black. The back is this champagne sparkle on everything. And yeah. So okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this switch controls the pickups for this neck.
This one does?
Yeah, for this neck.
I went down to the fishing hole. I caught some fish, don't you know? I saw a fish on a pole. Bitterroot. Come on, come on, come on. Really wanna go on, come on, come on. Really wanna go on. I went down to the liquor store to get some whiskey and some more. Sat home on the floor. I got drunk. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, big city woman, come on, come on.
Have you been loud your entire life?
I think I have been.